Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at the Super 7 reaction figures that were recently announced, as well as the Super Cyborg Mechagodzilla that they have an image of right now, just an illustration. I'm not going to touch upon the Godzilla Ultimates because there is nothing yet to go off of other than just the teaser image and the announcement, but let's get right into it. So for this first wave, I don't know if they're doing more than one wave, but we've got a good Showa era lineup. We've got a few of these teaser images here with Godzilla. That's obviously Godzilla 54. We have Mothra, which looks like she'll have an egg accessory, which is pretty cool. And we have Rodan. These very cool teaser images. But the lineup is pretty strong. I like it. Definitely a surprise that they have a Godzilla 57 in the mix. Prior to this, I didn't even know that there was a Godzilla 57, but apparently if you look it up, it's an unused suit for an American film that they were going to do, I think. I don't know everything about it, but it's cool that they're doing it. I don't know if any other company has ever done the Godzilla 57 suit before, but definitely a standout piece. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't include King Ghidorah because it looks like they were going for like the OG Showa era, but regardless, I think it's a very strong lineup. I'm a huge Showa era Mechagodzilla fan, so that one's a given for me. I don't think I'm going to get the whole lineup, but regardless, I think they're all going to look fantastic. Particularly to me, I think the Mechagodzilla I'm definitely going to get, and probably the Jet Jaguar. Maybe the Mothra, because I don't actually have a Showa era Mothra. But regardless, I think it's an excellent lineup they have so far. If they do pursue another wave down the line, there's definitely obviously a lot of other kaiju they could make just from the Showa era alone. I'd love to see Gigan, Megalon, Hedorah, obviously Ghidorah, I think they have to include. But, you know, you can include so many different kaiju, which is great. And then if they went even further, obviously you could have an Heisei era line, Millennium, you know. So definitely I think they're starting off really strong, which is really cool. So now shifting gears to the Super Cyborg Mechagodzilla. Now this is the one I am so excited for. I did not expect them to make this announcement. I was following this closely since last year, and when they announced like with that teaser image for the Ultimates, I'm like, okay, that's the one that I'm interested in, and I figured that was it. I had a feeling they would do reaction figures, but the Super Cyborg Mechagodzilla came out of nowhere. I did not expect this, and this is the one I am most excited for. I have probably close to 10 Showa era Mechagodzilla figures of various brands. I have Sofubi, I have an X Plus. So this for me is a given. If it's anything to go by from their other Super Cyborg figures, they have some Transformers, they have a Megazord from Power Rangers, they have a Cobra Bat from G.I. Joe. They tend to be, it seems, 11 inches and $85. So if that's anything to go off of, maybe this is the case with this Mechagodzilla as well. For me, you know, that's a given. It looks like it'll have like a movable jaw, which is cool, and then actually panels that are going to come off, so you could expose, I guess, like mechanical parts underneath. I'm going to put up some pictures of other Mechagodzilla figures from other brands. Particularly, what I'm interested in is if they do a clear version of this later down the line. It really reminds me of the Marasan clear Mechagodzillas that they have. They have a transparent figure that's basically just clear vinyl with some slight paint applications. And then there's also a Guts version, that's like the nickname of it, where it's a clear vinyl and then like another layer of vinyl underneath where you see all the mechanical parts. That's a beautiful figure too. That's fantastic. And it has a removable head. And interestingly enough, Super 7 actually did do a collaboration with Marmot back in the early 2000s. I don't have an exact year, but I am vaguely familiar with this figure because I collect Sofubi, and of course this has become kind of like a notorious figure, at least, you know, in my view, because it's just so weird. Marmot is the sculptor, it's their figure, but I think it's a Super 7 paint app where it's just, there's more than one colorway, I think, but the one I'm putting up is bright red body with like a clear vinyl head, hands, and feet. I think there's also a version where it's a black head, hands, and feet, but with the red on the body. So I think it'd be cool if later down the line they did a colorway of this too, to kind of like harken back to this figure they did back then. But regardless, this is the one I'm even beyond the Ultimates. Unless they did an Ultimates Mechagodzilla too, Showa era, then maybe I would also be just as excited. But I think this one's going to be a showstopper for sure. I'm definitely going to have a follow-up video when they have actual product images for it. And then later down the line, once it's out, I'll have reviews. And then, of course, on Instagram, I do toy photography, so I'll have probably never-ending photos of that figure. I know it's slated for a fall release for this year, 2022. The reaction figures, I'm forgetting. I should have said, I think it might be around the summer. Those guys are probably going to go for about 20 a pop, 18 a pop. So, yeah. Regardless, I'm really, really excited for what Super7's doing with the Godzilla license. I don't know if they'll do more beyond this, or if this will be the only Mechagodzilla they make, or if they do a clear version or other colorways. The Ultimates obviously will be announced, I don't know when, but I'll do a video with that once there's actual images and more information on that. But yeah, thanks for watching. These are my thoughts on this. Leave your comments down below what you think about all this. If they're going to do more waves of reaction figures, and if they do, who they should make next, where your predictions are for the Ultimates. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and check out my Instagram. I have a lot of toy photography, basically exclusively Godzilla stuff. So Fubi, X+, any kind of Godzilla figure really. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one.